everybody. Welcome back to Donna's Dreamworks. Paper Dreamer 1 here on YouTube. How's everybody doing today? It's nice to be back and nice to have you all here. I want to send a shout out to all of my new subscribers. I picked up quite a few in the last couple of weeks, and I do so enjoy having you come along with me when we play in our craft room. Today what we're going to be doing is a Deco mesh wreath, and I'm going to be doing a patriotic wreath. I'm going to be doing a method that I don't think I've actually ever done. I've done a number of wreaths, but I don't remember doing this particular method. I saw, and I'm going to have to put her name down the bottom, or I'll give it to you tomorrow, and I'll tell you why. I saw one lady do a beautiful, beautiful Christmas wreath using this method. And then just a little while ago, Lori over at Hardworking Mom, and I give her a shout out, did the same method, and I'm not sure if I remember what kind of a wreath it was. But what this method is, I think you call it a bubble method. And I'm going to do it and try it. So we'll do it together for the first time. And the thing that I like about it, there's two things. One, it does make a very pretty wreath. And two, it uses the whole roll of mesh. Now, I don't know about you crafters out there, but I have a gazillion partial rolls of mesh. And when it's the 21-inch mesh, it's kind of hard to figure out what in the world to do with it. Because I don't really like cutting it and making 10 by 10 or 10 by 30 or whatever, because it does ravel a lot more. But with this particular wreath and this method, it used all of the mesh. We're going to do this wreath in two parts. Today I'm going to make just the wreath, and then tomorrow we'll attach a bow, a big funky bow probably, and also a sign. And the reason I'm doing this in two videos is because I still have to make the sign. I have to paint. This is the piece I picked up to use for the sign. I think it's really cute. It looks like a fence with the different widths of board. And then to go on that sign, I have a U, and I'll never be able to hold them all. S. I guess it goes, wait a minute now. I have to do this right. A USA, okay? And I'm not sure exactly in which direction, how I'm going to put them on, but I need to paint the sign and paint some of these letters. And today it is winds of about 25 miles an hour, so I didn't want to paint myself, the sign, the car, and the side of the house. So I think I'm going to wait until tomorrow morning. The winds are supposed to die down tonight. So I will get the sign painted first thing in the morning, and maybe some decorations from my Cricut, maybe some stars or something like that. And then get the sign put together, and we'll meet again tomorrow, finish up the wreath with a pretty funky bow and the sign. But in the meantime, let's get started on this bubble method wreath. I'm going to swing you down so you can see the table. I'll be right back. So here's the mesh that I have. I got this last year, and I think it was from Hobby Lobby. I can't guarantee it. This is a premium mesh, so it's a foil mesh, quite shiny actually. So it's a little better quality than most of the meshes you get at Hobby Lobby. Their meshes are usually quite basic. And what I'm going to start, and I'm also using pipe cleaners. Now, I told you I saw two different people make this wreath. One, Lori at Hardworking Mom, and she used the pipe cleaners. And the other young lady, and I will put her name down below or tell it to you tomorrow when we come back, used zip ties. Now, the zip ties obviously will hold great, but that seemed to be an awful lot of work to zip tie every one of these bubbles as you went around the wreath. So I'm going to use the pipe cleaner method. And we're going to give it a try and see what happens. And if it doesn't work, then guess what? It doesn't work. So I'm going to start by just gathering the top. And I'm going to pick one of these crossbars here. And I'm going to go put the mesh down through the crossbar. Down past the crossbar, sorry. And then I'm going to use a zip tie. And I'm going to use a big long one because it's more comfortable for me. And I'm going in after the second loop and out at the just before the top loop, but from one side of the upright to another. And hopefully I've got this on in the right direction, which is not my usual. I usually put these on inside out and then have to go back and do it over again. Oh my goodness, I think I have it right. So now I'm just pulling it as hard as I can and get it good and tight. And we'll cut off the extra. Now you can see I went in from just above the second loop on this side, and came out just before the last row on the other side, and then got them together. Okay, so now I'm going to make 10-inch poofs or loops or bubbles or however they say. So I'm going to come out. I'm working from 10 to 20, and then I'm going to come right back to the frame, and I'm going to put a pipe cleaner down over this, and I'm going between the first and the last. I'm putting it around the middle two rows, and I'm going to pull it tight as I can and give it a twist. And you can twist it 2 or 3 times because you really aren't going to change it. Now I'm going to just push it up. And we'll do another one. 10 to 20. Come up close to the other one. Get our pipe cleaner down between here and here. And I'm going to give it a twist, pulling it tight. And then I'm going to push it up, right up tight to the other one. And you know when you have those, wreaths that you bring the mesh up through the bottom of it and you keep pushing them forward. This is basically the same technique. Now they will move for a bit until you get enough of them in here. And I think in this section, the first section, you get either 5 or 6, but we're going to see. 10 to 20. Bring it up. Give it a twist. And I'll show you in just a minute. You really don't need all of those pipe cleaners, so I'll go back and trim those off when we're done. So there's 3. Down to 20. Pipe cleaner down here. Down here. Now I'm putting the pipe cleaners so that they attach underneath, and because very honestly by the time you put these on you really can't put ribbons in these ties because they will be squished too close together. This is number 5. Now as you go around, like with the other wreath that we made, when you come up through the frame, and push them to the side. As you go further and further around the frame, there's less room, so you won't have 6 in every section. But I am going to get 6 in this section. And here you go. There's the first section. It's, you know what, that is really nice. I love it. I love it. Let's move on to the next section. This is going around the mesh and around the middle 2 circles. And of course it's sliding way around now because it's the only one in that section. I may have someone coming to the door again. My neighbors are getting ready to leave. They live in Alaska in the summertime. And so she just brought a plant over. That's what she was doing before for us to, for me to kill during the summer. Because I'm very good. The only thing I can't kill is a plastic flower. But even then I'm sometimes wondering. Give it a good tight twist. Hey guys, this is really coming out great. I love it. And if you're not used to making poofs, you can use your mat or ruler to measure. I'm using the mat just because it's right in front of me. Now this is my 4th, I believe. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, this is my 5th. And I think this is the last one I'm going to get in this section. So you see we got 6 in the first section, but only 5 in the second section. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love it. I'm going to continue around, and I will keep the camera running, but I'll speed it up so you don't have to watch me go round and round. And we'll go on to the 3rd section. Let me show you 1 minute what I'm going to do with this one. I have pushed this up next to the other one, and then I'm going to take the other one and this one and twist it together. And then that's going to hold this up tight against it. And you don't have to do that, but I think sometimes when you're starting a new section, it's a little easier. Okay, back to the speed up. Oh, my phone is ringing. I shall be right back. Whoa, nothing like interruptions. I guess my phone rang, and while I was on the line with one person, it was ringing again. So I'm back, but we're going to see how much we can get. Boy, it certainly is using up this mesh. I'm beginning to think I won't have enough to go around. But I do have extras of this, so that's not a problem. But if you're trying to figure out how much mesh you're going to need, and I'm making 10-inch loops. The person I watched, one of the people I watched made 12-inch loops, so I hope everybody made out all right with all of those storms that were going across the country. We got sort of like the tail end of it here last night, and actually we were very fortunate that we had little or nothing. We actually needed more rain than what we got. We're down in southwest Florida, and most of the heavier action and water spouts and things were more up north in the Tampa Bay area. And I'm not going to have enough to go around here, but I do have a partial row, so I will just add that on. So it may be that I'm just trying to put too many in. Like I said, this is the first time I've made this. Now I have 2 more sections left, so it's obviously not going to make it. We'll be back in a minute when I get to the end and have to attach a new one. Well, here I am back again, and I'll be dipped in peanut butter. I'm going to get all the way around. I don't believe it. I never thought I was going to make it. It does get really crowded when you get towards the end, though, so that is the reason why. Matter of fact, I'm going to struggle to get the rest of this roll in there. but I think I can. This is the last one. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. Well, and this little piece, I'm just going to push through. And I will tie it off with another twist tie, with another cable tie, and then trim it because it's a little long, but not bad. And here's the beginning one. So we'll just come down around here. Wrong. I thought that when I started it, but I kept right on going. Look at that. That is absolutely stunning. Just stunning. And it's so full. And it used the whole row. I love it. Because I made several Patriotic wreaths last year. And I've got several little pieces of mesh left. Go around and fluff them out. Let's see if something not as fluffy as others. So what do you think? I think it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Let me just bring the camera up just a little bit and you'll be able to see it a little better, I think. Because I can step back a little further. How is that? And it's so full that even from the sides, it's great. Now on the back, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and just, if there's some that are very long, I will cut them off. But for the most part, I'm just going to kind of push them down flat. I don't really think I need to cut them. I do have a placemat that I can put on here to hide all of that mechanism. But we'll do that at the end. Because I need to get in there for the bow and so on. Wow, that is fantastic. Now the sign, let's just see. We're going to put the sign right about in here. I think that'll look great. And maybe a big bow up here or a bow down the bottom. We'll have to figure that out. So I'll be back tomorrow. We'll figure out the sign and get the sign made and get it on. And we'll finish up this Patriotic wreath. And let me tell you, you can see, even if I didn't speed up the camera, I had so many interruptions I had to. It doesn't take that long at all. Now, if I can do this first time out, you can do it too. Give it a try. You'll like it, and you'll love the fact it uses up all of the mesh on the roll. This, by the way, I forgot to tell you, is a Dollar Tree frame. So, let me see. I'm not sure. I've got one here. This frame measures 15 inches from the width of the widest one. So I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll play with our bow. Be back again. See ya. Bye-bye.